Hi, my name is Jeff. This is the story of my epiphany. It may shock you, but I need to tell you about it. Loneliness is a very tricky thing, and it is quite difficult to get rid of it. I knew this from my own experience. I'm 25, but I do not have any friends, nor love, nor anyone to talk to. I suppressed my loneliness with cheap whiskey. Barmen enthusiastically poured alcohol into my cup, but listened with little interest. I don't know if it was an accident or fate that brought us together that rainy summer evening, but when I saw this girl, I couldn't take my eyes off her. I decided to get acquainted. Her name was Julie. We quickly found commonality. Well, we chatted and laughed. She was beautiful, smart, and with a great sense of humor. We spoke all night without pause. The following morning, tired and happy, we each went home. We also exchanged numbers. When I came home, I understood that I fell in love and that I wouldn't be able to live without her. Beside her, I felt like I'd become naive once more and in love the same way a 16-year-old teenager is. Our relationship developed very quickly, and only 3 months later, she moved in with me. Finally, my loneliness was defeated. I had someone to talk to, someone to laugh, be happy, and hold hands with. My apartment was filled with warmth and comfiness, while my heart was warmed by the feeling that I am needed by someone. Julie changed everything in my life. I felt that I was capable of anything. But once, I was going through old boxes and found my baby pictures where I was 5 years old. I showed Julie, and we laughed together over my funny polka dot pants. When I asked her to show her baby pictures then, I noticed alarm in her eyes. She got nervous and changed the topic. Well, I thought it was strange, but I quickly forgot about it. We were happy, and I wanted it to be forever. It's why I decided to propose to Julie. In the best restaurant of the city, I gave her a ring which cost 3 months' salary. And I told her, be my wife. But she started crying and ran out of the restaurant. I spent the rest of the evening in a local bar, drinking as I had before. The next day, I woke up in my own bed while next to me sat a tearful Julie. She took my hand and said something I'd never expected to hear. 6 years ago, she had been a guy named James. At 19 years old, she decided to confess to herself as well as come out to those around her regarding her true self. Her parents understood and supported her. So 3 years later, James ceased to exist forever. His place was taken by Julie. She showed me a picture of a young, smiling guy saying, "This is who I was before." I was enraged. I'd been tricked and betrayed. I'd never felt like such an idiot. I could no longer look at Julie. Instead, I only saw the blurred silhouette of the guy in the picture. Julie asked for forgiveness. She confessed that she hid the truth because she loved me and was scared to lose me, that now she had decided to confess everything. But I ran out and just wandered the city streets. I always thought of myself as a progressive person. I was neutral in regards to things like sex changes and transsexuals. But now, it seemed to me, I'd changed my mind. What kind of discussion of tolerance is possible when it ends up you're fully in love with a guy? It seemed like life ended, like there was nothing left ahead. I went to a bar. I decided to get drunk in order not to think of Julie. I acted aggressively and almost got into a fight with another customer. The barman even wanted to call the police, but they just threw me outside. Eventually, I fell asleep with a bottle of whiskey in the backyard of the bar, among the broken bottles and cardboard boxes. In the morning, I felt terrible. Some kind of elderly man with a dirty beard and ripped jacket over his otherwise naked body helped by getting me to drink water out of a bottle. I wanted to speak, so I told him everything. He listened to me, and when I grabbed the bottle of whiskey once more, the old man simply knocked it out of my hands. He said, "I hate giving advice, but a fool such as yourself just needs them. Men, women, it doesn't matter. If you love her, why does it matter who she was in her past life? Go to her and win her back before you lose her." His words sobered me up. I marched over to Julie in order to fix everything. She was still in the apartment, but I saw a large suitcase by the couch. Judging by everything, she had decided to leave. I fell onto my knees and I asked forgiveness. Julie hugged me as a sign of reconciliation. Now, Julie and I are planning our wedding. She is working on the ceremony and I am inviting guests. Almost the entire list is filled with check marks. Only one is missing. The old man from the bar's backyard. I looked for him all over the city, but it was as though the old man evaporated. It's unlikely he will see this video, but maybe one of you will see a hobo in a blue jacket with a nice smile somewhere in New York. Tell him thanks from Jeff. He'll understand. I overcame my loneliness and plan on marrying a girl who was once a guy. So what? You need to listen to your heart. We, as people, think we are in control of our lives. But in reality, who knows what awaits us? A person is merely a toy in the hands of fate. Thanks for being with me for a couple of minutes. How would you have acted in my place? Would you have been able to accept the fact that your loved one is transgender? Share your stories. I'm sure you also have something to tell.